Hey guys, YouTuber Internet here. Alright, now here I am with another Land Before Time review. Now here I am with a review for The Land Before Time 12, The Great Day of the Flyers. So, yeah, I guess this was like an okay film, I guess. I do think it is better than Invasion of the Tiny Sauruses, but not by that much. Because, I guess it does, like, it does, I guess, have an okay plot to this. Like, it's really not much to it. The main focus on this movie is really on Petrie, because this film is kind of like revolving around him and his family. Because, as the title says, there is an event, like taking place in the Great Valley. It's like an important day for like every flying resident in the Great Valley. Well, yeah, I guess like it's something where like every flyer is like has to like fly over the valley or something. I'm really not sure what, but now apparently this is like an important like yearly occasion or something. I really don't know, but yeah, this film is mainly like set on Petrie and his family. Yeah, because apparently like this film is saying that Petrie really is not a very good flyer in a group. Yeah, because Petrie is more like he's like an independent flyer, and he's more used to like that style, just being a really freestyle flyer. And yeah, he's really like having trouble like flying in like a precise group formation along with the rest of his family. So yeah, that's really what this is focusing on. It's really about Petrie like learning to like fly in a group and really be like his siblings and fly like that. And, and yeah, and then yeah, in this movie like there's like a new flyer that arrives in the Great Valley, Guido, and yeah, he's like a really different creature than anyone in the Great Valley has seen before. And yeah, Guido's like a microraptor. And yeah, he like has feathers on him and stuff, and so and apparently like Guido doesn't actually know that he can fly, and it's like never revealed until like around like the last 30 minutes of the movie, where it's shown as he's like sleepwalking or something. He ends up like stepping off of a cliff, and then it's shown that he's able to soar through the air and stuff. So yeah, and I guess like Guido, he's kind of like he's an okay additional character, but yeah, this is like what I was just talking about in my review for Invasion of the Tiny Sauruses. I'm kind of like getting tired of seeing like these new characters introduced in one film and never to be seen again in any other films. Yeah, we keep seeing this over and over, and yeah, like I said before, I'm kind of getting tired of seeing this in Land Before Time movies. But as a character in this film, Guido, he is like I guess an alright character. He does provide some comic relief every now and again. So yeah, I guess he's really not the worst thing ever. But yeah, I'm just kind of tired of this style of new characters introduced in Land Before Time films. So yeah, and then yeah, this film also like has kind of like another or like subplot with apparently like Sarah's father and Tria apparently have laid another egg, and they're getting ready to welcome the hatchling into the family. And apparently like they're like setting all their attention on the egg and really not any on Sarah. And in this film, like Sarah's kind of being made as the same character she was in Invasion of the Tiny Sauruses, where she's really just being really jealous that her father and Trio are really not paying much attention to her. And it's really shown like one in the first scene with this egg, they are just like really caring more about the egg, and Sarah's trying to talk to them and they're really not paying any attention. And even like when Sarah was trying to ask them questions, they really were not really paying any attention to her. And yeah, and at one point like she was actually telling them that she was going to the mysterious beyond, and her father just told her to have fun and stuff. So yeah, I guess this is like an example of like how it can be when there's like a new baby coming into the family, how the parents are just like putting all their attention on the new baby and really not very much attention on the kids that they already have. So yeah, I guess like it does like the job of like showing that message. And then eventually like the egg does hatch, and then they do have the new baby three horn, and then they name her Trisha. And at first it's shown that Sarah is really like not very interested in her new baby sister, but as time goes on, she does like start to bond with Trisha, and then they do like form a love for each other. So yeah, I guess like it does a good job, I guess, of showing like how when babies are first born, like the older sibling is like kind of really does is like really not on board at first, but then as time goes on, they see that they do have another person to love in the family. So yeah, I guess it does a good job at that. And yeah, and yeah, going back to like the Guido stuff with Petrie, yeah, Petrie like ends up befriending Guido, and Guido is just trying to show Petrie how he's to really fly with the group. But then over time, like Guido was telling Petrie that he should just actually just be more like himself rather than be like his siblings, yeah. And yeah, as this film goes going on, like apparently like Petrie's siblings are like really frustrated that Petrie really is not able to really fly with them, and he really can't really be you like fly like them. And yeah, throughout this film, they're just like really giving him a hard time. And Petrie's mom, as she is like really wanting Petrie to fly like a sibling, she still is like really being encouraging to Petrie. Like she does know that Petrie can fly really good when he wants to, and she just told him that he needs to be better with his siblings and stuff. And so yeah, basically throughout this film, that's what this is about, really. Just yeah, Petrie and his siblings really preparing for the day of the Flyers and stuff. And so yeah, it's there's really not really very much focus on Littlefoot, Ducky, and Spike in this film. They're really like they do have parts in this film, but the focus is mainly either on like Petrie and his siblings preparing for the day of the Flyers, or the stuff with Sarah and Trisha. So that's really what the two main focuses are in this film. So yeah, there's really not much to talk about in this film. So yeah, I'm really not gonna really go like through the plot of this film because yeah, there's really not much to talk about. Basically, what I've said basically just sums it up, to be honest. But yeah, I do think that this is like an okay film. Like for like it does like do a good job of like really making the film about Petrie. It's kind of similar to the Big Freeze. How that one was like really mainly focused on Ducky and Spike. This one is really mainly focused on Petrie and his preparation for the day of the Flyer. So yeah, I guess it like does good to be like serviceable to Petrie and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I really don't really think that this is as good as like a lot of the other films, really, because this film really seems to just focus on really the wrong things, because this film really seems to be just focusing on moral uplifts and just like childish style fun, and that's really not what the Land Before Time films are really about. So I mean, yeah, but yeah, like I said before, I do like think it is better than Invasion of the Tiny Sauruses because, like I was talking about in that film, like that film just really seemed to like really not care anymore about the characters or any of the premises anymore because it just really seemed to be just going through what we had already seen before, like with Littlefoot, but like going being concerned about his size and stuff and all the other things that I was talking about when I reviewed that film. So yeah, this one really doesn't seem to do that. Like I really wasn't seeing a lot in this film, really anything at all that really was like that we had already seen before, or except for maybe like the stuff with Sarah, like with her jealousy again. But yeah, that's really like just yeah, that's just Sarah right there. I mean, that's kind of her character, even though like it really doesn't make her very likable. But yeah, look, thankfully like she's not really like as cold shouldering very much like she was in the previous film. So yeah, she is like a little bit more understanding in this film. Yeah, but yeah, one I really didn't understand why Sarah was really acting so jealous, like with the stuff with Tria, and especially like with the new hatchling with Trisha. I mean, Because remember, like in the very first movie, it was shown that Sarah actually did have a full family, not just her father. She actually had a mother and other sisters, and she had another one here. I mean, don't you think she should have been happy that she was getting another sister? Because I mean, it was never actually revealed what happened to the rest of her family in the first movie. And yeah, shouldn't she be happy that she finally does have another sister to be with? So yeah, I really didn't see like her jealousy. It's aside from like her getting like a lot of attention and stuff. But I mean, yeah, I felt that she should have been like a lot happier at first, knowing that she was gonna have another sister. But yeah, she did come around eventually, so I guess we can't complain very much. Yes, and so yeah, it's really like really not much I can really say about it. Like it is an okay film, I guess, but just I felt like it could have been better if it was like actually focusing more on what it really should have been instead of just like stuff that really is not the Land Before Time series. It really is not about. I would give this film probably I don't know 2.25 stars out of 4. Like an okay film, but yeah, really like not really one of the better ones I think. But yeah, still like an okay film. So if you're like a fan of Petrie, I guess like this film you'll get some enjoyment out of this film like if you're a fan of Petrie and yeah, if you want to see a movie about him, yeah, I would probably recommend this film. But yeah, if you're really not really just for Petrie and you're about like all 5 of them, like Littlefoot, Sarah, Petrie, Ducky, and Spike, yeah, I don't think that this film really would be recommended to you, but yeah, like if you're just looking for like some comic relief, like with Guido, and if you're just looking for like basically just like something like just about childish fun and stuff, yeah, I guess like you can watch this film. But for anyone else, yeah, this will be one that you'll be just fine not to watch. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. So yeah, not anything you have to see, but if you want to check it out, then yeah, yeah, no, it won't harm you. Yeah, and yeah, I should also like bring up real quick that film was also the last film that Kenneth Mars actually did voice Littlefoot's grandpa. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate since seeing how Kenneth Mars has kind of been around here since the beginning of the franchise, and he's really like the longest actor to stay on for these films. I mean, yeah, he stayed on for like what 11, 12 movies. Yeah, and then yeah, this was the last film he did. He voiced Littlefoot's grandpa, and so yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I guess it wasn't like a good thing that for the next film they decided to just like not put Littlefoot's grandpa in the film, but yeah, they would eventually like bring him back and recast him. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But at least like for here, they at least like were respectful for it, or like right when he just left. But yeah, that's really not what this is about, really. But anyway, okay. So yeah, like I said, 2.25 stars out of 4. Yeah, an okay film, I guess. Yeah, if you're a fan of Petrie, you can check it out. But yeah, it's really nothing that you really need to see. Alright, so yeah, that's all I really have to say about The Land Before Time 12, The Great Day of the Flyers. So yeah, I guess like yeah, an okay film. So yeah, I really hope you guys were okay with this review. I know that this one was kind of different, but I really just didn't have a whole lot to say about it because I mean there really wasn't not much of a premise for this film at all. It was just mainly focused on those 2 things I talked about in this review. So yeah, I hope this was an okay review for all you watching. So yeah, alright, but yes, stay tuned for like the next couple of days where I'll finish off these films with my review for Wisdom of Friends tomorrow and then Journey of the Brave on Monday. And then yeah, that's how I'll be concluding these reviews. Alright, but anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed this review, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.